to my channel. It's your favorite Calabar YouTuber again, Chidinma. So welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time of coming across this channel, please do me well by subscribing. It's absolutely free. You're not paying a dime for it. And if you're a returning subscriber, thumbs up to you. Thank you very much for coming back. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to save money on food. You know how the economy is now, and this is January. They say January is the longest month of the year, and even if it's not January, every money you make must not go on food. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive into the video. So number one way through which we can save money on food is by buying in bulk. If you have a family, you can buy things in bulk, more especially non-perishable items, non-perishable food items. You can buy it in bulk and store in your house. Even if you are single, you are living alone, instead of going to buy 1 cup of rice every day, 1 cup of beans every day, you can buy like half bag of rice and keep. Rice is non-perishable. What buying in bulk does for you is that when you want to buy in bulk, it forces you to go to the rice source to buy it in bulk. Go to the wholesalers to buy it in bulk. You cannot be buying one basket of tomatoes and you're going to a woman that is selling tomatoes by your house, unless the woman sells in wholesale quantity. But you can't just be going to somebody that bought from the wholesalers to sell to retailers to buy bulk. So you as person that wants to buy bulk, you still go to where she is buying to buy. So that gain she would have made off your money, you have already gotten it for yourself. So that is the one thing way through which you can buy, you can save money on food, is by buying in bulk. It can never be overemphasized. Yes, you might not buy perishable. So like me, I don't buy perishable. I don't buy meat in bulk. I don't buy fresh tomatoes in bulk. I don't buy vegetables in bulk. But when it comes to rice, when it comes to beans, when it comes to other things that are not perishable, I buy in bulk. Sometimes you may run out of these things and you feel like, oh, let me rush out and buy. That one is a different thing. It happens to the most of us. But what I mean that on a typical budget, on a way that you should function in your homes, in your personal life, is always cultivate that habit of buying most things in large quantity. Like tomato paste, you can buy 1 carton of it and keep in the house. Rice, you can buy 1 bag. If you can't afford 1 bag, you can buy half bag. If you can't afford half bag, you can buy quarter bag. You can buy your beans in large quantity and preserve it in something that weaver cannot penetrate. You can buy your indomie in cartons instead of buying one. That's what I mean. And if you buy it like this, it's very glaring that it's cheaper for you. You save more money than when you go to buy it one. So if you can, always try to get your things in bulk. It pays a lot. The importance can never be overemphasized. Buy your things in bulk. It pays. It has never failed people that have been doing it. And that's why some people in where they are living, they have a certain group where that's like buying food stuff from the north, come down to where they are staying, maybe in the west or in the south or southeast. They bring it down there and share it. It's more profitable. It's also buying in bulk. If you really want to save money on food, work on a budget in terms of feeding, please inculcate that habit of buying things in bulk. It will surprise you how much you are going to save from food. So another thing that you have to consider if you really want to save money, you have to really save some cash on food or feeding, is knowing where you shop. Know where you shop. Don't buy from some people. There's some people, even if you where you're staying, you know that where there's this particular store, each time you go there, excess money will leave your pocket. We all know. We know these things. Maybe because you're looking for convenience, or you're looking aesthetics and all the rest of them, or you don't want stress, you go to these places. When you go to those places to shop, you pay more for some things that if you go to the market, the open market, or you go to the dealers, you buy it at a cheaper rate. But because you want to save time, you want to feel relaxed, you don't need stress, you are spending much more than you're supposed to spend. So go to the right source, buy things where you can buy them in cheaper rates, and stop going to places where you buy things at a higher rate. Let's go in there be a case of emergency. Let it be once in a while thing. It shouldn't be a standard that you form that habit of going to the right source where things are more affordable than going to places where they are selling it at a higher rate. Maybe because you, of one reason or the other, just force yourself, put more effort so that you can save money this year. This is a new year, so and we're not ending the year with zero account. we are ending the year with a lot of money in our accounts, and also a lot of investment. The money that we made this year is not going to go into feeding alone. It's not going to go into food alone. So the next point is very, very, very practical. Go for cheap substitutes. Yes, so I do it a lot. A lot of people I know, they do it also. We always go for cheap substitutes. Some of these things are almost the same thing, like milk. Some milk, there's a certain milk in Nigeria, I don't want to be calling brand names, that is so, everybody likes it, so some things like milk, I go for cheaper option. I use Mixi instead of the other milk that is so expensive. So at the end of the day, we're all drinking milk. Yes, we're we're all drinking milk. We're all using milk in our house. Instead of buying the expensive one, buying the one that is not too expensive, that is still good, that still give me the same thing that I'm looking for in that expensive one. Please, you too should do it if you want to save money this time around. Go for cheaper option. If you see any type of food that has a good, that is very expensive, that has a good substitute, maybe in terms of brand, different brand from what you usually use, you can go for it, buy it, enjoy it, save that coin for yourself. There's some rice that are more expensive than the other ones. Some bag of rice, you can get it at 38,000, 36,000, 37, and there's some bags of rice that you can get at 34,000, 33,000. So go for those cheaper ones. They are still good. I'm not saying go and buy trash. They are still good, that still give you what you are looking for in rice, or what you are looking for, generally. So go for those ones that still give you, that are cheaper than the other one that you normally use, but still give you, get the work done, give you what you are expecting from that particular product. So this is another way you can save money on food. You can do that in so many things, so many brand. Most times it's a brand thing. Changing the brand you are using to another brand does not mean you are going for less. Sometimes it's just the name. Sometimes the difference is not that much. Sometimes even if there's a difference and you can manage it, you can still do it, and manage it and save yourself the stress of spending so much money on a particular food item. Another point is, do a full timetable. It helps a lot. Full timetable makes you to understand what you need for the week or what you need for the month. And also it's easy for you to come up with a budget of what you need to buy whenever you go to market for shopping. If you don't have a full timetable, you can end up buying what you don't need. You can end up buying something that will perish in your house, perish in your fridge, perish in, those spending money on, or you can buy what you don't really need. So if you work with a full timetable, this is what we're having on Monday, this is what we're having on Tuesday, this Wednesday to the end of the week, then you can now make your market list based on that your timetable, and it will be easy for you to control some things. Okay, this one is remaining so quantity in the house, so I can get so quantity, so that the one I have already will not spoil. So it helps a lot when it comes to saving money in terms of food. So make a timetable, make sure you work with your timetable, stick with your timetable, make your market list based on your timetable, and follow it strictly, and see how much you're going to save based off on that. Then another point you are going to do, I will advise you do in order to save money. You can do intermittent fasting. Yes, you can do it if more as an adult, not for children. You can do intermittent fasting. You can skip breakfast and have lunch and dinner, or you can skip lunch, do your breakfast in the house, then when you come back in the evening you do your dinner. Skip lunch. When you go to work, you don't buy food for lunch, you don't carry food to the office or to your place of business, or even if you are staying at home, afternoon is for napping or for doing other things, then at night you eat. You are spending less on food. If you are living alone, you are single, you can do 1 meal a day to save money on food, and you still be bouncing. You will be looking fresher than people that are loading their systems with food. So it depends on the quality of food you eat when you're eating your 1 meal a day, or when you are doing your intermittent fasting. Instead of eating 3 good meals a day, you can reduce it to 2 meals a day, so that you can save money and use that money for something else instead of food all the time. So the next point on how to save money on food is reduce the number of times you eat out. Yes, it will save you a whole lot of money. Eating out costs a lot. It's more cost effective for you to prepare your own meal than buying food outside. If you really want to save money on food, you have to reduce the number of time you eat out. Yes, I said it. have to reduce the number of times you eat out. Eat out whenever it's necessary. Always remember to always prepare your food at home and carry it out when you are going out. You can buy a very nice food flask or take away plate, pack your food, take it out whenever you are going out. Eat it there, enjoy your meal. It's cheaper than always buying your food from food vendors, eating from one restaurant or the other. I'm not saying you should avoid eating out completely. Eat out when it's necessary and eat out when you want to treat yourself. Sometimes you have to treat yourself. So you go out eat, but to make it a habit of always buying your food outside is going to cost you a lot of money. So guys, the point I made in this video are for people that are looking for ways to save money on food, not for people that have more than enough to spend. So do you, if you have a lot of money to throw around, enjoy your money, enjoy yourself if that's what you want. But if you are strongly looking for how to, you're on a tight budget, you are looking for a way to reduce cost on food, then this video is for you. If you don't relate to this video, fine and good, but this video is for you. Please just watch it and try to do one or two changes where necessary. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment in the comment section. If there's some point that I've left out that I did not mention here, you are also very much free to leave it in the comment section, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Dependable, dependable. It doesn't matter what comes my way, you are still God.